Hi. Hi. Hello. Too loud. Hi. Hello. And welcome. Welcome to another Marty's Minute MENitations. It's great to see you again. Or if you're a new listener, viewer, it's great to have you here. Marty's just excited to take this journey with you. Let's take that again. Marty didn't feel good about that one. Marty feels messy because he wants to give the message. I'm just trying to imagine a person in front of me, a young man who's seeking meaning and purpose. Maybe I'm looking at myself seeking meaning and purpose, right? Because we're all a little bit lost. Welcome to this episode of Marty's Minute MENitations. If you're an old listener, I hope you enjoyed the last episode where Marty quit porn for 30 days. If you want to see that journey, you could check out that episode. Marty doesn't want to give any spoilers because it's a journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about the steps you take. So you can't think about, the goal, the destination. You can't think about what people are saying about you on your way there. Maybe walking this path and there's people on the sidelines, haters, as they call them. The haters are saying things, right? Haters are saying hateful things, as haters say. Marty could think of a couple haters out there and the hateful things that they said, right? Marty has overcome those hateful things. Okay, Marty is brave and courageous enough to push those aside and continue on his journey, right? To walk along his path, right? And that's what you need to do. You need to walk along your path. And that's what this episode is about. Young men these days, men out there, you may feel like you don't have a meaning, a purpose. And Marty understands. Marty feels that and understands that, and he feels that energy coming from you. He gets it, okay? Because how are we supposed to have purpose in this world, men? You've heard what they say about men these days. Oh, men are just, violent. They're toxic. They're hateful. Well, how are we supposed to find purpose when we believe that our core, who we really are, is hateful and mean and lost? Because we do feel a little bit lost. And there's some men out there that have done some terrible things. Marty wants to acknowledge that. Okay, Marty's not going to be delusional. If you don't have any examples of that, Marty's got a list. Okay, first and foremost, Hitler, right? Adolf Hitler, not a very good guy. Not very good. Marty does not suggest looking up to that man. And it's a shame, too, because he was an artist. He was filled with passion, right? He was filled with the passion for the arts. And then what happened? I guess he saw a Jewish individual one day and just decided to blame all his anger and sadness on that Jewish person and then on the Jewish people around him, right? So Hitler, not a very good person. Okay, so when we talk about meaning and purpose, Marty wants to acknowledge that, a lot of men in the past have found their meaning and purpose in very awful and bad things. So we need to, as through this episode, as we discover what purpose and meaning we're finding, we have to make sure that, our purpose and our meaning isn't a bad one, right? Isn't a hateful one, isn't a dangerous one, because it can easily be that. So Hitler, top of the list, not that great of a guy. Right? And Marty has talked about, if we had just gone back in time and not killed Hitler, but maybe given him a hug, right? And you could listen to that episode. This is before Marty was on the YouTube. So, if you want to listen to that episode, you could find that episode online. And Marty will put a link to it in the description, okay, right down there, right? Marty's looking at it right now. He could see it. Well, he's imagining it. He obviously can't see it. But imagine that Marty's in the frame looking down at it. Right? And he could see it. So Hitler, not a great guy, but maybe if we gave him a hug, he might have been a better person. Number 2, Stalin. Stalin, not a very good guy. Not a very good guy. I'm sure there are some people out there that were like, Stalin was okay. I see where he was going with things. But his meaning and his purpose was just as bad as Hitler's, if not worse. Marty could think about a couple other men out there that weren't that great. Napoleon, Alexander the Great. But they thought they had meaning and purpose, right? That's what Marty's trying to say. And Marty wants to say he's a little jealous of those individuals that are evil and bad that feel like they have meaning and purpose. It's really frustrating to Marty because Marty wants to find purpose in the beauty, the joy of the world, the positive aspects of our life. But those naughty boys, right? Those naughty boys, okay? And Marty doesn't like saying naughty boys because it makes it sound a little sexual and weird. Marty doesn't want to say naughty boys.